Well, hello there, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz YouTubers to the channel. More Tier 7 action today as we take a look at the T25 AT, the Tier 7 US tank destroyer in the Tier 110 E3 line. 3 games for you today, a full bells and whistles review with stats and numbers, armor profile, and yeah, a really cracker ace game at the end to show off as well. If you're new to the channel, very much thank you for popping up over here. I hope you like the content, and if you're not subscribing yet to the channel, please do so. Click that button below and help us get to 6K subscribers. And if you are already one of the pack of the subscribers, thank you very much for all the support. It really is appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram and on Facebook as well. Links are available on the homepage and in the description below. And yeah, thank you very much. Almost and upwards into the gameplay. You could see just a few seconds ago that the name of the game with the T25 AT is Hull Down. You have a good gun. I'm actually waiting just a little bit for the T29 to pass before I was able to shoot the Panther. And we're going to shoot the Jagdpanther here and track him in place. It does 310 alpha, the T25 AT. It has a good gun with good gun depression. It has a really nice front plate. Sorry MT25 for blocking you, but I wanted to take this one out, the Jagdpanther, which gives us a 4-1 lead. And that means we will now be in a really nice possibility of winning this game. A good position here. I bounced a shot from the VK2801. And yeah, this is a really potent vehicle. I've named the video with the subtitle Hidden Gem because it's not a popular tank. I met very few of them. I think maybe in all the games I played to get the review done, which was about 30-40 games in total, because I liked the tank. It was one of the tanks I played in the old matchmaking, +2, -2, so it did face tier 9 tanks. But what it had going for it is what it still has going for it, which is a good gun with good gun depression and really good mobility. In a way, you could say this one shouldn't have been called T25 AT. It should have been called T23 AT. It's a made-up vehicle by Wargaming. As far as I know, this was actually, it wasn't even a prototype. It may have been on a drawing board and a wooden model made out of it, but nothing in terms of a real prototype. But yeah, the chassis is basically a T23 chassis, so it should be called a T23 AT instead of T25, but it's getting pedantic. But the chassis is good, gives you good mobility. So with that little lead up into what the tank is, let's take a look at stats and numbers. As you can see, you are not the tank with the best DPM, but then again the best one has only slightly better than you, just about 10% as you 152. The ammo has worse, but not by a large margin. Miss or bounce one shot and differences are negligible. You do have a gun which has good gun depression. It has decent aim time and alpha damage, about on par with the rest of the tank, but you can see 10 degrees of gun depression, which is pretty good. The Jagdpanther and the EMRS AC MLE46, I have lined up those two right next to the T25 AT because those are mostly similar. You have better gun depression than the Jagdpanther, but you have a slightly worse gun arc, which is annoying. I think would have been nice to have the same as the Jagdpanther. But the gun depression is better, which gives you a bit more in terms of flexibility. And if you look at the armor profile, you have it the same as the AMX and better than the Jagdpanther at 120 mils. And it's funny actually to see that you have turret armor. I mean, you're a turretless tank destroyer, but you do have turret armor. And by stating that this is, in my opinion, a hidden gem, just take a look at this. The number of players using this tank, it's so low compared to any of the other Tier 7 tank destroyers. Even the T25-2, which is even more of a fake vehicle made up by Wargaming. Yeah, it's played. It isn't played a lot. People probably play it, then go straight through to the T28 and the T95 and then the E3. Modules. This is one thing that I wanted to point out to you that I don't do a lot. You have a fairly big ammo rack in the middle of the tank, which is kind of protected by tracks and some forms of armor, and a really big one at the right hand side. But this is the best part, 120 millimeters of armor on your front plate. And you will be facing a fair few AMX 1375s because people want to get the bad chat. And as long as you can go hold down against an AMX 1375, he will have problems penetrating you. You have weak spots on the top, the commander's hatch, the cupola is obvious weak spot, and you have a really weak driver's hatch. Few patches around the gun mat can be penned, but it's going to be more lucky shots than really skilled shots, unless you sit still and allow people to pen you easily. But you can see if you wiggle around, don't overextend your sides. You can side scrape at a pinch against same tier tanks with the lower penetrating guns, the mediums and the lights, and against tier 6s. You won't be able to side scrape against the big guns. But if you take a look at a Comet, for example, which has better penetration values than an AMX 1375, the front plate is still near impenetrable, and even against Ascent with a top gun, there's going to be a very hard pen. If, however, you run up against heavies and tank destroyers at tier 8, let's take a look at the Carnarvon here. You will go straight through. An IS-3 with a big gun with a BL-9 will go straight through, but if you wiggle it backwards and forwards, which means driving down on a hill, which you have just crested to shoot the IS-3, then he might bounce on the front plate. Don't face them on a flat ground. No problem whatsoever. They will chew you up, spit you out, and then bite you some more. But then again, on flat ground, on an IS-3 who is thinking that's going to be an easy target, you will be able to shoot him as well through the front plates and maybe even through that lower glasses plate. So let's take a look at a bottom tier game. And like I said, I found this to be a very potent supporting vehicle in tier 8, as long as you can get the gun singing and be a supporter. 310 Alpha it's not massive like the SU-152 or like the Sturre Emil can do, but at that rate of fire, and if you then add a rammer and all provisions and stuff, you can push your DPM above 3k, and that's good. If you can do 3k of damage in a game, like I did on Vineyards, then you're doing a nice job. My team on this one isn't going to do such a nice job, unfortunately. We have an SU-152 size group, we have a T-34-2 who's going to flank, which is good in a way, but he's not going to meet anyone really, and he's going to flank completely wide. We also have an ISU-152, you can see on the left, who is getting shot once, twice, and then a third time, so he gets killed. And I really don't understand why people do that. I mean, you're an ISU-152, you have a monster gun with really good penetration values, big alpha damage, and you're just going to sit at the back and fire one shot and then die. It's not the best thing to do, really. You can also see that we've already lost 3 tanks now. There's one of the other T25 ATs, actually, one of the very few, like I said, I faced while putting footage together for the review. And I'm just trying to do my level best here to get tanks down to about 250 to 300 hit points, so they will become one-shots. I missed a shot on the T-34, bounced on his front plate, missed a shot on the IS, which is going to be annoying because that means I really need to shoot more and don't get tanks down. AMX 1375 is now a one-shot. It really puzzles me why that KV-4 wasn't able to shoot him. Maybe gun depression, but I don't know. I can now kill a one-shot tank, tracking the T-34 in place, and like I said, I'm trying to do my level best to get tanks out of the game. I can take this one out, the IS. There we go. And I will be able to shoot the Carnarvon over there again. And that's about all I can do. I've been saving my hit points, I've been playing sensibly. This one goes on one of the pillars, which is annoying because that means I need 2 shots now to kill that Carnarvon. I need 1 shot to kill the T-34, and that Lurber is on the C-cap still full health. GG, good luck. Not gonna work. But in terms of gameplay, you can see again what I'm doing here. I'm not throwing anything away. I'm still trying to take out tanks if possible. And I want to go hold down, and I managed to use some gun bounce, and I don't know what I did, but I managed to hit him. And then I get shot by the Carnarvon in the front, and unluckily the Lurber in the back, which means I'm in 316 health. I can shoot him through the front plate, the Lurber, lower plate. I'm going to track him in place, unfortunately for no damage, and in the end I'll die. Yeah, inevitable outcome. But I think I did my best there. I think I carried my weight in this game. And you can see what I was doing. I was on a flank. I was in a hold down position around the B cap. 3.2k damage. That's triple my hit points worth. And again a high caliber medal. So yeah, played pretty darn effectively, I think. Except for missing a shot on T-34 in the eye. That was a bit annoying. But if you can get your tank, like said, into a hold down position, it sounds boring. I know, just sitting there, it is boring. But it's not a tank like the T-30 or the T-34 where you go hold down and then you can use a turret. You have to set up your shots a bit more with caution and thought, because you don't have a turret. Which means that you can't just turn around, and if you are too far forward, then you will get shot in your left hand side or in the right hand side. So going in on a flank like this can be a move that is dangerous in itself. That's why I'm backing down the hill again, checking my angles. Right, nobody can shoot me on the right hand side of the turret, and I can go hold down. You can see I had still like 3 or 4 degrees left of gun depression if I would have wanted to shoot that T-23 E3. But I'm wearing him down. I'm still checking my angles. AMX-12T is not available. We can get a nice 300 roll on him. AMX-12T is still not available. And we will shoot him again and bounce another shot. And that's a T-23 E3 taken out of the game. Right, next target's up. There is, what is it, a Tiger P. Hello Panther, missed that shot. Bounce a shot from the Tiger, I think. And what I want to do now is hopefully shoot a Tiger. We do, but we miss him. You can see I'm out of sniper mode, checking my angles again. I'm platooned with Andy from Grum Clan, who was in the Type 62, but he's now killed by the AMX-12 team. Who did a good job, who did a good game, really, used its clip potential pretty good. And all I want to do now is keep this position, keep the tanks in front of me, try to kill the AMX-12T. I overextend my side here, as you can see, so I get shot by the Tiger P. But I get a nice shot into the T-34 who is now a one-shot. I'm again rolling down. I am going to miss a shot, I think. Yeah, I missed one. That one dunks into the ground. This was still a 4.9 game, not 5.0. But some careful looking around and paying attention to my surroundings meant that I was able to kill the AMX-12T, then put a shot into the Tiger P and bouncing another one, which is lovely. And here's what you should do in this tank is you can go hold down. I'm using the maximum gun depression. I'm using the hill to hide my cupola and my driver's hatch, and I can put one shot after another into this Tiger 1. Adrenaline not back yet. I don't know where that one went into the ground, but how and why and when, don't know. Wiggle around just enough so I get shot on the tracks and not through my front plate. This one, hello Tiger, I back off, turn my tank and he misses me, thank you very much. I have adrenaline on now, shoot him through the front plate with a PCR, get a low roll, leave him on 19, move past him because he has a damaged engine, which means his turret turns slow as well, and I can finish him off, and I'm on 3 kills. But things are looking a bit grim because I have just a Tiger P to help me. There's an SU-152. There is a one-shot Tiger piece still there, but our Sture Emil is in the back shooting tanks. I don't know what he's doing, but doesn't look he's doing a lot. I get tracked here, I think, by the Tiger. Maybe he shot HE. I don't know what he did. But the Panther was shooting HE, which means I can finish him off. I'm on 4 kills now. No, I'm not. I'm on 5. I'm immobilized by the Tiger now. A bit lucky, because yeah, I was a one-shot to him on 227. But again, like in the last game on Main Rooms, I'm going to use again the hill here to go hull down, hoping to spot a Tiger. He has already buggered off, which we're going to see later. But you can see in the terms of positioning what I'm doing here. I'm trying to go hull down constantly hull down. And I'm now helping out my friendly Tiger. The Sture Emil is still in spawn, and the red Tiger is going to pop up over there. And then we will be able to finish him off in the end, which means we will get 6 kills on a really massive mastery game. For anybody of you who has watched the SP1C review earlier, that one was pretty good, near 4k damage ace game in the end. I think this one, yeah, pretty disgusting really. Over 4k damage in a tier 7 tank destroyer. I know if you look at the statistics on Blitz stars, people have done 5k games in it. It's going to be hard to do 5k in it, I think, now with the other matchmaking, the +1 -1 matchmaking, because if you have the new making you face tier 8 at a maximum unless you fail tune. Here it is, last kill shot, means 6 kills for me and another ace game. This one was actually on my own account because a T25 AT, I think, did I have a birthday? No, I just wanted to play it, and I guess mastery, Top Gun, high caliber, pools, steel wall, and a Brothers in Arms, because the platoon killed 6 or more tanks. GG. Nice accuracy as well, 19 shots hitting and 18 penetrations, 4.2k damage. Yeah, lovely stuff. So, I hope you have enjoyed this review. I hope I may have inspired you to take the T25 AT out for a spin if you had it already, or maybe if to grind the line towards the T110 E3. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all on the next one, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of this universe. Cheers and happy tanking!